Three, two, one. Hey everybody, this is like the 479th time that I've tried to record this. I'm having technical issues out the freaking ass. Uh just I'm sorry, I'm gonna breeze through this basically. I'm so fed up with this. Hopefully in later videos I figure out all these issues because I'm so done. Basically, this is my take on the reverse retro series. So, as you'll see, retro didn't really work in a lot of cases, so here we are with the color clash jerseys. Starting off, of course, with Anaheim, featuring their 2007 design. The reasoning I had for this is it harkened back to the Stanley Cup winning days of the NHL team. Next up is from 1996, the Arizona Coyotes, what I think they should have done when they fully rebranded. Went with a red Kachina. Obviously, the shoulders are the biggest change other than the red. They feature that that main secondary color rather than the tertiary color. I love it. Next up, 1932 for the Boston Bruins, pulled back from their brown and yellow days. It doesn't look the best. It doesn't look the worst. 1983 for the Buffalo Sabres. Honestly, this one is pretty in your face and bold, especially for the Sabres who prefer a minimalistic look usually, and even this features the minimalistic look. The only thing I really don't like about it is the shoulder patch. I would honestly remove that and just have the clean blue and white shoulder. I've seen this one online all over the place. People have been asking for it, so obviously it's a red Whalers jersey pulling from the 1985 design, which in essence this is just basically a recolor of the Whalers jersey the Carolina Hurricanes already brought back, the green one specifically. I've seen this all over the place, and I'm surprised they kind of haven't done it already. Next up for the Blue Jackets, obviously we're here looking at the Cannon jersey in an off-white. If the Blue Jackets were to ever decide to change up their jerseys, despite having one of the nicest ones in the league, if they ever decided to rebrand, the Cannon is the only option. Make either this one or a properly white version. It'd be amazing. 1995, of course, the Podium jersey for the Calgary Flames. The only thing I would really change about this one to bring it into the modern day is remove the actual podium and continue that little bit of red at the waist of the jersey just down to the bottom. The sleeves on this one are absolutely amazing. I wasn't too certain if the team at this point was using the Atlanta Flames logo as the alternate patch, so I just left it as a regular letter. 1926 for the Blackhawks. This is the same jersey they pulled their Winter Classic from. It does look a lot like the New Jersey Devils new alternate. That one, of course, does pay respects to the Newark Bulldogs. Whatever. I modernized the logo and added a bit of red. I'm not a huge fan of the forearms on this one. I probably should have just ended the striping how it started, but hey, you live, you learn. 1979 for the Colorado Avalanche, of course, pulling back from the Nordiques days. This, in particular, is the inaugural season for the Nordiques, where they had a white version of the logo rather than the red version we know the Nordiques to have had. 1996, the Dallas Stars. This one should have an asterisk next to it. Technically, it's a modernized rebrand of the 96 jersey. I like it. Obviously, it's like two-tone in a way. There are two shades of green, but it's only green and black. And the two-tone is really to only add depth. The darker green, I don't know how well you can tell, has like a sparkle to it, much like the silver does in the current designs. 1927 for Detroit, pulling from the Falcons or the Cougars. Looks absolutely incredible. This one looks great. I don't know. It's a really good Detroit jersey. 2001 for the Oilers. This one, obviously, the jersey a lot of people probably thought should have been the one brought back. I really like what the Oilers did, and it really works as an away jersey for them. So I went with kind of the same idea, do a white version of a jersey that already exists, and we end up with the Mcfarland jersey. 2007 for the Florida Panthers. I wanted to do the jersey they brought back, the original look, but considering the original was red, they made it blue, so that left me with yellow, because there already is a white version of it, because they home and away are different colors, right? So it left me with yellow. It didn't look right with either red or blue as a secondary, so I went to 2007 with their alternate. Not my favorite, not the worst. 2007 yet again for the LA Kings. Just absolute incredible jersey right here. Love the shoulder patch. That's my all-time favorite Kings logo. I think something's wrong with my version of the chest logo there. I think there's supposed to be a lot more black in it than there is. Other than that, post-Gretzky era LA Kings with the black and purple, absolutely fantastic. 2000 for the Minnesota Wild. I fought with myself back and forth with this one. I wanted to do North Star stuff, but it didn't look too good, so I went with just the 2000 home jersey. Made it red. If you know anything about me and when I design jerseys, if you've paid attention to any former videos, I do not like Minnesota's green and red together. They look way too Christmassy. But in a jersey entirely in red, it doesn't look half bad. 1925, the Montreal Canadiens are pulling from the Maroons. If you didn't know, at one point there was like 3 Montreal teams in the NHL. There was the Wanderers, the Maroons, and of course the Canadiens. So this is my way of paying respects to that, using the Canadiens to bring back a Maroons jersey. The off-white and maroon look absolutely amazing, and this jersey ended up causing problems down the line with Vancouver, which I'll talk about more at that time. 1974 for the New Jersey Devils. This jersey's perfect. I have nothing else to say other than it's perfect. It looks incredible. Brief bit of history. The New Jersey Devils were originally the Kansas City Scouts. They played there for about a couple seasons wearing this beautiful jersey. They then moved to Colorado, became the Colorado Rockies, and then moved to New Jersey in 1982, became the Devils. Pull from your own history when you make an alternate, not a team that doesn't exist anymore. 2001 for the Nashville Predators. This one looks absolutely weird. Honestly, it doesn't look terrible, though. It's a pretty nice looking jersey. If you were to just if I were to maybe just change up the sleeves, I'd swap out the logo for something else. Invert the logo or the shoulder patch so that the skull is facing forward. Change up the collar to be one of those 50-50 splits, and move Nashville from the front of the chest, right under the collar, to on the back of the collar, like on the home and away. Honestly, pretty solid jersey otherwise. 2007 yet again. As you probably saw, 2007 is a year I pulled from quite a bit. And the reasoning behind that is that's the era I really started watching hockey, so that's a lot of the designs I use. A lot of my favorite designs, you'll notice, are from like the early to mid 90s all the way to like the mid aughts. And that's just because I really like the boldness of those designs. And in this case, honestly, the orange and white are just absolutely intense. I really like it. To be honest, I just removed the number from the chest, and you got yourself a solid New York jersey. Speaking of solid New York jerseys, the Broadway blue shirts wearing red sound weird to anybody? Because it looks weird. 1996, obviously, the Lady Liberty for the first time was unveiled in blue and red. This is obviously red and blue. Anything gray or silver is glittery. It really adds quite a bit of definition to the jersey, even up on the shoulder patches. I think the only part that wouldn't be is, of course, the collar right at the edge. It is weird seeing it in red, but it looks absolutely incredible. Next up, my Ottawa Senators, wearing my favorite jersey of all time. Even with that classic font, oh man, this jersey is so nostalgic for me for so many different reasons. I believe I went into it in my my jersey collection video from a while back, so go take a look at it. Otherwise, you'll notice the main change is the logo is the most recent version of the Centennial logo. It's not the weird skin tone one with the beady eyes. It is like the modernized version of that, and I think it looks a lot better for that. This is my favorite jersey, I think, ever. Concept-wise, it's alright. I do prefer it, honestly, I think, in black, but the red looks really good. Next up, 1930 for the Flyers. Of course, the Flyers didn't exist in 1930s, but the Quakers did. And as you can tell, they wore a very pale orange jersey with black shoulders and stripes. So I wanted to try and pay respects to that as much as I could, within reason. I couldn't get the shoulders to look right. orange with the massive amount of striping going on the sleeve, so I just removed it. But I put the numbers on the shoulders because a lot of players are wearing double numbers, and with that nice thick font on the arms or on the shoulders, it does kind of give that orange shoulder look. The text logo, for the most part, aside from the little tail coming off the S, is official Flyers branding. It came off like a keychain or a fridge magnet. I literally Googled Philadelphia Flyers font logo, and that one came up. And then to get like the tail, I literally Googled baseball logo, and the word baseball with this tail came up. I kind of stretched it out, inverted it, contorted it quite a bit, and added it to the back of the S, and you get yourself a Quakers-inspired Flyers jersey. Next up, 1977/1980 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Obviously, the 77 coloring with that navy blue, powder blue, and white. With the exact jersey design from 1980. They had a similar jersey in the 70s, but the numbers being on the shoulder, the diagonal striping on the sleeves, all pull from the 80 design. And of course, one thing you'll notice is the penguin itself has a blue triangle behind it. It's supposed to be yellow, but honestly, it looked out of place, so I just went with my gut feeling and made it the powder blue. Next up is 1930/2021. With Seattle having just been introduced in the league, they don't really have any other jerseys, and I didn't really want to do a weird recolor of their home jersey. So I did pay respects to the Metropolitans. But as you can also tell, I'm paying respects to the Ottawa 67s. That's the main jersey inspiration. And I say inspiration very loosely. I basically copied the design. It's what popped into my head instantly to do a Seattle jersey, paying respects to the Metropolitans. It was either that or basically copy the Senators' heritage jerseys, and I didn't really want to do that because I already kind of have in a previous design series, so I didn't want to do it again. So honestly, this one looks really good. It's the 67's home jersey recolored to be 3 different shades of blue with a little bit of red in it. Absolutely beautiful jersey. I don't know. I might swap out the red for black, but that honestly is the only change. I think it looks amazing. 2018, the San Jose Sharks, the stealth jersey in white. So it's the updated version of the logos, the all black and teal logos that the stealth jersey uses, obviously devoid of basically every color except teal. That circuitry pattern is still in that stripe there. I didn't want to make that white. I figured it looked a little weird, so I kept it black. Not much to say about it. This one's pretty epic. 1984, one of the ones I'm not really super into. For the Blues, I don't know, it looks alright, but it overall is just kind of, it's one of those ones that's just kind of meh to me. 2018 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Obviously, I did the Storm jersey or the Gradient jersey. I'm not really sure what people call it anymore. I love this thing. Honestly, I like it more than the official version. The one thing, honestly, I would do is fix up the numbers because I did them wrong. Get rid of the white stroke on them because if you did them correctly, you would need the white stroke. And yeah, absolutely love this. 2017 for the Maple Leafs. One of the original 6 teams that does change it up from time to time with their jersey designs. But being a 2-tone team, it's really hard to find a jersey to be able to properly make look completely different. Especially being such early adopters of multiple color jerseys, or like multiple jerseys. So 2017 was the Centennial Classic for the Leafs. One of my favorite jersey designs they've ever used. And it honestly featured a third color. It featured a little bit of silver. I really like it. The central stripe does look a little Montreal-ish, but it looks absolutely incredible otherwise. This is the jersey I was saying the Maroons gave me trouble with, which of course is the Vancouver Canucks. Pulling, of course, again from 1930 like Seattle did. But also 2014. So if you're kind of confused about that, in 1930 there was a team called the Millionaires. They played out of Vancouver. They wore a maroon and white jersey. Which the Canucks wore in 2014 in the Heritage Classic against Ottawa. You know, I wanted to do white and maroon, not even off white and maroon, just white and maroon. And then as soon as I threw the logo on there, I went, "Oh, this jersey already exists in my design series." So I changed it up, and that's why the numbers are on the sleeves rather than the shoulders, and there's nothing on the shoulders. Um, you have the numbers on the shoulders. You're like, oh god, he really just copied himself. And even still, just the coloring looked weird. The white and blue looked like a prison uniform. I didn't like that. So white and green. I don't like that the blue is in the logo. Honestly, I probably would have gotten rid of that, and then the blue around the numbers as well. It's okay. It's okay. For the Vegas Golden Knights again, like I said, I didn't want to do the Las Vegas Thunder jersey that they already brought back. It didn't look right. Recolored in any other colors. The red really was the best choice for it. So I went, hey, you know what? They've already used this jersey 3 times. You know, the home jersey, the away jersey, the gold jersey. So why not a black version? And honestly, I really like it. I really like that the big chunk of the arm is the gold. The bottom of the jersey is the gold. I really like that. What's normally gold on the on the home and away is that gray, and it has that pattern in there. I think that's amazing. The red stripe still adds a lot of accent. The logos pop off it. I even recolored the logos a little bit. Obviously, the bit on the Knight's helmet is supposed to be gray, but instead it's black to match the rest of the jersey. I think this jersey looks very, very good. 2003, the Atlanta Thrashers introduced one of the best jerseys in history. And of course, you know, they moved to Winnipeg in 2011. So Winnipeg went, "Hey, guess what we're doing?" In my redesign, of course, guess what? Guess what I did? As you can tell, I did that word mark jersey. Major thing I would do is shrink the numbers or the word Winnipeg down. That's mainly it, just so it doesn't take up so much space. I love the recoloring of the logo. I love the little jets across the bottom. This one, honestly, really cool. And last but certainly not least is honestly, I think, my favorite jersey I designed for this series. And that's the 2000 home jersey, recolored to be blue, bringing back copper, bringing back the Capitol Building logo. The only thing I want to change about this jersey is on that one shoulder, the eagle is facing the back. I would flip it, have him facing the front. Oh man, this jersey is absolutely incredible. I absolutely love it. Okay, guys. So that was the Color Clash series. I did say I was gonna try and breeze through it. It is 32 jerseys to talk about, so this video is about 20-ish minutes long, I believe. Basically, I just wanted to say thank you for your patience for this video. I know I said I was coming back a week or two ago. So it was just a lot to kind of fight and get back into. So a lot of technical issues. My main desktop isn't working anymore. My laptop is newer, so I figured that would probably be better, so I'm using that now. If all goes according to plan, my next video up is going to be a how I design a jersey video. It's going to be a pretty relatively simple one because I'm introducing, or it's going to be also a sneak peek towards my next my full alternate set, which is going to be the Rivals set, which I'll get more into in that video, in the next video and the video after that, obviously. So I've seen a lot of people online asking, can we see how a jersey designer makes their jerseys? And that's what I really want to do. So I'll be designing one of the jerseys from the Rivals series, which is pretty simple. So it'll actually be the easiest way to kind of describe everything and how I go about it. So I hope you guys are excited for that one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could leave a like, subscribe, share it to your friends, leave a comment down below. Tell me your favorite one or your least favorite one. Telling me I'm a hack or whatever. All feedback is good feedback in my opinion, especially in the world of design and especially sports design. It's a very intimidating game to get into. Basically, that is everything I wanted to say and show you all. So my favorite my favorite is tied between Washington and New Jersey for me. Those are my two favorites that I designed. Obviously, Ottawa will always be like above everything else in my opinion, because when I choose to redesign Ottawa, I do it well. But either way, let me know what you thought down below. Like I said, subscribe if you want. Share it to your friends if you think they'd be interested. And overall, I hope you guys had a great time with this video. And I'll see you next time.